What's up, guys? It's Fattern, and we've got some standoff gameplay for y'all. And actually, we're using the SCAR with the not a silencer. How amazing is that? I'm running actually the laser sight and the quick mags, and that's because I'm out here trying to get some work done on some fools because we were not doing good. As you can see, I'm like 17 and 10 or something stupid. But I'm trying to bring my team back. We were not doing good. I was using an unsilenced M27 trying to get a gold, and I was like, yo, this isn't cutting it. We got to step this up and let's do it. So I switched this gun and it worked out, and everyone lived happily ever after the beginning of the end of the other team. Anyways, I hope the audio quality is decent. I'm using my little portable blue snowball microphone, and I've never really tried it out until now, and it is not working like I thought it would. Thought it'd be better, thought the quality would be better. It's really not. So I guess I just need to find a way to take my blue snowball with me everywhere, or I just have to do like 10 commentaries in one day and then never forget it. So then at least yeah, so I can upload videos when I want to rather than being at my girlfriend's with the worst connection on the face of the planet, internet, and trying to upload this gameplay. I'm sure it's going to take like an hour and a half, 2 hours to upload this gameplay, but we're not so concerned about that. We're concerned about the streaks that I like to run, and really why I think the EMP and the Counter UAV are they're just clutch in this game for so many reasons, and we're gonna go over them right now. So, you know, when you have a VSAT up, a VSAT's more of an offensive tool. You know where everyone is on the map. You can, you know, plan like 3 steps ahead of where the enemy is, those types of things. And the same thing with an EM or a normal UAV. But people don't really treat EMPs or counter UAVs the same way. I know a lot of people like to use EMP grenades. They're probably the best equipment in the game that's non-lethal because you can take out sentry guns immediately, you can take out guardians immediately, you can blow people's equipment, and then you also render their their radar and stuff like that, and their guns or target finders. You can render them like useless for a little while. And actually, if you get EMP'd yourself, pro tip, throw an EMP at your own feet, it'll actually make you go back to normal. If you EMP yourself, then EMP nade, it goes away after like a quarter of a second. So if anyone ever EMPs you and you have EMP nades, throw one at the ground and you'll be alright. But anyways, like I'm saying, the counter UAV and the EMP, the reason why they're so good is because a lot of people who play this game aren't smart. It's as simple as that. I've talked about it before, that I really like people who are smart at what they do. I like Peyton Manning as a football player because the dude is smart. He's like 6'12", and he's just, you know, a lanky SOB, but the dude, you know, the dude runs it when it comes to football. Why? Because he's smarter than the people he plays against. And if you have to follow the rules of the game, which we do follow the rules of Call of Duty, you know, you can't shoot through like brick walls, and like your guns only have so much range, things like that, which we obviously all follow, then you're going to end up, you know, having some limitations as to what you can do physically. But, you know, the smarter you are, the better off you'll be. And myself personally, I'm really good at navigating a map. You take away my UAV, or up in the top right, like the map, I'll do okay. I'll do okay because I'll find out where my teammates are. But a lot of people can't. They don't really. I don't know. I guess they don't have a strategy as to what their plan is. Like they just kind of run around like a chicken with their head cut off. And maybe they know where they want to go, but when they look at the map, they're only looking at the map to see where the enemy is, when actually you should be looking at the map to see where your teammates are. I've talked about this probably 20 times, that I use the map to see where my teammates are, because if my teammates are, you know, all where I am right now, that's not where the enemy is, unless the enemies are spawn trapping us and ripping our faces off. You really want to use an EMP or counter UAV to screw up the radar, because then the other team, they don't know where you are, they don't know where their own teammates are, and it really just kind of screws them up. Again, you know, if you're using the EMP, you're also now screwing up their target finders, which people love using. And now you have a severe advantage over them, especially if you're running a VSAT. The VSAT and the EMP, as this guy sticks me in the butt, they allow you to know where everyone is on the map, and the EMP then renders the other team almost effectively useless when it comes to UAV. So they don't know where they need to go. They're confused as to, you know, where their own teammates are. It's really a lot more powerful than you'd ever imagine. And so you know, that's why I think you should really consider using a counter UAV or an EMP in your streak setup, because it's going to help you a lot more than you think. I know a lot of people want to go for high kill gameplays, or you know, to see how many kill streaks you can get and get a lot of kills with those certain streaks. But if you check out my score at the end of this game, I think I run like almost 7,000 points. Yeah, I get quite a few defends, I get a couple flag caps and whatnot, but a lot of my points come from the VSAT and the EMP assists, and that really helps my score out, so then I level up faster. My whole team just does better in general. Granted, these guys were garbage anyways. Like that guy right there was like shooting his stupid crossbow and had no idea I was there. But you know, the more points you get, the more fun you're usually going to have, even though, you know, if you get a lot of kills, you'll have fun that way too. But really think about using the EMP. It'll throw your teammates or your enemies off a lot more than you'd ever imagine. And I think that's why Treyarch did a good job of actually balancing out the counter UAV and actually making it harder to get than, like, you know, almost a lightning strike. Actually, it's not a lightning strike, but harder to get than like a hunter killer and a care package. Anyways, final score 16-14. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope the mic quality wasn't too terrible. Let me know if you use EMPs or counter UAVs, whatever, and if it works well for you like it does for me. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.
Good fight. Time to get paid.